as far as Arrow is concerned, Arrow is in season 5, and they've had up seasons and definitely down seasons. Last year it was all about Damien Dark, this magic-infused bad guy that wanted to destroy everything and claim it for himself. It got a little ridiculous. There was actually a nuclear bomb dropped on a city last year. That's how big they went with Arrow. And Arrow in season 5 kind of picks up on that. And it's definitely a rebuilding thing for Arrow. A lot of his team members have left. Diggle has gone and joined the military. And his sister, Arrow's sister, Speedy, has decided to join Oliver Queen. Now he is the mayor of the city, and she's kind of his. She works with him, I guess, the deputy mayor or something, and she works with him to help him run the city. So they've got this sort of civic-leaning mayoral sort of plot line, but on the other side of it, in the Arrow Cave, Arrow is sort of coerced to go off and give these kids a chance to join his team, and they just all look like little ragamuffins. One of them wears actually a hockey mask and some camo pants and just shoots at people, and so he's deemed, I think they call him Riot or Wild Man or something like that. He's deemed good enough to be a part of the of Team Arrow. And there's a lot of fighting, and I did kind of like the nasty, argumentative stuff that we see from Oliver Queen just barking orders at these young kids who think they got it all figured out. I thought that was, kind of fun, but it doesn't hold a candle to the best stuff that we saw with, Deathstroke and the best of the Team Arrow team-up stuff that we've seen in the past. And it's still early days. I've only seen 4 episodes of this new season. One of the new characters who I just think is kind of preposterous, but is actually turning into kind of a cool character, is this guy named Rags, who has literally rags all over his body that are embedded with this ancient magic that allow them to kind of transform into lots of different objects and things, so they can stop bullets and they can strangle people, and it's weird as hell, but it actually kind of works in this thing. But I'm definitely missing some of my my other characters. I miss my Speedy. Black Canary is no longer on the show. She's become White Canary, and she's on Legends of Tomorrow, which I haven't caught up on. I've only seen a few episodes of that first season. And Diggle's kind of sidelined for these first 4 episodes. He's greatly missed. The police detective, the father of Laurel Lance and I forget the other character's name, but the Black Canary lady, he is a drunk, and so he's kind of doesn't have the attitude and the chutzpah that he is normally associated with on the show. So it's kind of a drag, actually, and Oliver and oh my God, I'm forgetting the lady with the glasses name. Felicity. Oliver and Felicity are they're having all kinds of trouble, and they're not really a couple anymore. So it's kind of I guess that's the only way you can play out anything after you drop a nuclear bomb, is to have everything be kind of a bummer. But it still is kind of a bummer on Arrow. We do see some of Arrow's Russian training, and he's sort of joined up with some Russian gangsters, and we see a little bit more of his killer style. Now, I've read that the flashback stuff that Oliver Queen has in the Arrow show is, I think this might be the last season that we see any of that, because they've really covered a lot of ground in those flashbacks. I just want them to get back on track with Deathstroke. I want Manu Bennett back in this show, man. That was those were the heydays of Arrow. I don't hate this new season. It definitely feels a little bit like we're taking back the streets, and not dealing with so many sort of magic-powered villains and stuff. It's more about beating up on powerful gangsters and stuff with these kids. But it's not blowing my mind. I'm going to give what I've seen of Arrow season 5, and I am going to stick with this one as well. I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10.
Hey, thanks for checking out that video on our EPN channel. It's just one small part of the things that we make around here. So if you liked it, don't forget to check out some of our other vids and hit that subscribe button.